Alex and his dummy did a show for us. And then after the show, they wanted to do a test. They told us that they wanted to do a test. We were entertained by the show. We were kids. We trusted our grandparents. But then they said we want to do a test. And we were taken into the kitchen and we were all made to wait there with my grandmother. And my grandfather and Alex, they took something back to a room back there. It looked like a box, and it was a shoebox. And they took it back there. He had to go get this thing from his vehicle. And then we were taken one by one back to this room. My sister went first, I believe, and she was taken back there by herself. My grandpa came and got her, and after a minute, a little while, whatever, we heard her scream, this blood-curdling scream. And my grandpa brought her back to the kitchen. And she had failed the test of dissociation. And then my older brother was taken back. And he was taken into the room, and he was there for a short time, and then he screamed, blood-curdling scream. And then he brought him back to the kitchen. They both looked shooken up. They looked confused. They didn't know whether to laugh or cry, I would say. We couldn't comprehend what was going on. We were children. And then I was taken back. My grandfather took me. My grandfather was involved in all these things, and he knew Alex. And he took me back, went into the room, went in there. Alex had some paperwork he was filling out. He asked me a couple questions, and then they said, we have something we want to show you. And he took that shoebox and he opened it up. And in that shoebox, Josh, was a human hand. It had been cut off at the wrist, and it was in the box. And I didn't scream. I was with my grandpa. I trusted my grandpa. That's part of the bind of all of this. And I dissociated. I just essentially stepped out of my mind and was just there. And I'd been raised to dissociate up until that time in my life. There's a lot of bad things that happened to me I haven't written about for the public to read, various scars I haven't